If you find the game too easy or too difficult, remember you can change the difficulty settings in the options section.
ういっす。ちょっとあれだ。川越からちょっと。
Accessing the story chart.
川越で生存ルートあるのかをちょっと確かめたい。攻略サイト見たけど攻略サイト分かりづらくてさ。
埼玉県かな。
埼玉県？
埼玉県には川越があるよ。
どういうことだよ。いやー、実はね、晩飯何しようってうろちょろしてた結果、何も決まらずに何も食べずに帰ってきたというね。
何しとんの？
お腹すいとんの。
おなすいなのになぜゲーム始めたし。
なんかゲームをする気持ちになってしまった。カミドルクスにアフターケアが実に雑と言わざるを得ない。
Better not fall in. Our bio components will freeze.
I couldn't understand why my mother wanted to help you guys. Seeing what Marcus is doing made me realize she was right. You're alive. You deserve to be free. I just hope people will realize that one day.
It's not even a half mile to the other side. Okay, so it shouldn't take that long.
Be careful, there's border patrol on the river. Thank you so much, Rose. I only wish I could take you myself. I don't like leaving you out here. Goodbye, Atlas. You take good care of yourselves. Okay. I'll see you on the other side.
この間はあれ何選んだっけ？スピードを上げる選んだんだっけ？
Let me help you.
Far enough out. Let's get that engine going.
I'll get it. You okay, Alice?
When we get on the other side, there are so many things I want to do. I want to read all the books in the world, and play music, and dance. We can do anything we want, right? We'll be free.
Yes. We can do it all.
We'll be like a family.
We won't have to be afraid anymore. There won't be anybody giving us orders. No masters, no slaves. We'll start a new life. A life of freedom. About you, Kara? What will you do?
What will I do? I'll lie down in the grass and watch the clouds drift by.
They're coming towards us!
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! We surrender!
撃たれるんかい。
やり直しをつ。
We're free, Kara. We're free.
どうしようかな。先にグッドエンド見ようかな。この川の選択肢の正解があるのかが知りたいっちゃ知りたいけど。
I love you.
I love you too.
どうする？グッドエンド先見る？
全ルート制覇の気持ちで。
Yes, Michael. The art.
あ、落ちちゃった。
うっすらは今いける。
Accessing the story chart.
どうしよっかな、どうしよっかな。全ルートは制覇あんまする気ないんだよな。心痛むエンディングあるから。もう死んでるからあれなんだけどね。カーラリコールセンターだけはやりたくないという。これあれだっけ、これでももう一個の選択肢もここで終わってんだよな。川に来た時点でグッドエンドなさそうな感じだよね。というわけでここからかな。
チケットパクりますか？
そう、そこなんよね。チケットパクる以外の選択肢があるかどうかだよね。これもう一回やるのはちょっ
The
とめん
last
どく
boss
さい
lives in
ね。
20 minutes. That doesn't give us much time. We've got to move fast. Are you alright?
I'm really cold.
そのままにしてみよう。なんか意味あんのかな、この機能をオフにするしないって。
Come on. Let's not stay here.
No, please don't hurt me.
Shut up on your knees!
What are we gonna do?
We have to keep going if we want to catch that bus. Stay close to me. We're going to sneak past them without being noticed. We're going to make it, Alice, I promise you.
Don't kill me! I didn't do anything!
Shut up, I said! Are there any more? Lucky don't be like rats. The more you look, the more you find. Oh, we don't have to spend the night here. Freeze my nuts off.
There are soldiers everywhere. You need to be careful.
Far from finished here. Come on, get moving. Hurry up, get in.
Look over there. It's Luther.
We can't help him, Alice. The soldiers are everywhere.
We can't just leave him. They're going to kill him.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, buddy.
This is a mistake. I'm human. I just want to go home. My wife is expecting me, and we're going to...
Got orders to check all civilians.
No. No! Please!
Fucking android. Hold it right there! Holy shit, where'd you come from?
Cora!
Come on, this way.
We're coming to you
いかん
live
リコール
from
センター
Detroit,
の
where
エンディングだこれ
thousands of androids are marching through the city at this very moment. The leader of the deviants, the one they call Marcus, is at the head of the march.
まあいいや
Something's happening in Detroit, Madam President.
管轄機関そんな影響が。
ねいやそれが関係あんのかなあれって
Here we are. The moment of truth.
Surrender immediately, or we will open fire. Stand by.
Our people have risen up to claim their freedom. If you want to stop us, you'll have to kill us.
I repeat, surrender now, or we will open fire.
There's no turning back now. We are here to demand the immediate liberation of all androids detained in camps across the country. We are not leaving until our people are free. Are you gonna open fire on unarmed protesters?
All teams, hold your fire.
今までのプレイであそこでカーラ捕まったことなかったからやっぱり感覚器官オフにしとかないとダメなんだな。
Josh Douglas, Channel 16. Michael, back to you.
Marcus, what do we do now?
We hold out. As long as we can.
Stay sharp.
Shit.
Step back, Connor, and I'll spare him.
Sorry, Connor. This bastard's your spitting image.
嫌なエンディングですよこれ。
Where are they taking us?
Whatever happens, we stick together, right? As long as we're together, nothing can hurt us.
Come on, get out! Get a move on! Out! Hands on your heads! Line up with the others, right now. Forward!
I'm scared. I don't want to go.
There's no choice, Alice.
Next!
No, Clara. I can't.
You just have to go through the gate. There's nothing to be scared of. I'll be right behind you.
You first!
It's all right. She'll go now. Won't you, Alice?
Come on, it's your turn. Deactivate your skin. Hurry up.
Please, Kara, don't.
We have to.
Strip off. Put your clothes in the dumpster. Come on, this way. Get a move on. You, take this one to the dump.
No, no, please,
I'll do it.
Don't leave me.
I'll be right back.
Throw it over there. Move it!
Alice?
Get out of here.
I was with a little girl. Wait, we're together. She needs me.
I haven't done anything wrong. Let me out.
Do not move and remain silent. Obey now. What's behind these doors?
No. No, I will not let you kill me.
What's behind these?
I want to get out of here. I want to get out.
Jerry?
Bad.
Kara, so they captured you too. They came to take out the Jerrys. They separated us. But it's all gonna work out, isn't it?
Do you know where Alice is?
Alice. The little one? We know, yes. We think we saw her. Carl, if we can help in any way, just ask. We have to save the little one.
What's behind these doors?
Why are we here?
The little girl I was with. Have you seen her?
No. No, I haven't. You saved my life back there. They would have killed me if it weren't for you.
What's behind these doors?
Humans are bad. Ralph always knew humans were bad.
What's behind these doors?
They want to hurt Ralph.
Remain silent. What's behind? Obey now.
But that wouldn't be right. No, that wouldn't be right. That wouldn't be right because...
What's behind these doors?
I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't done anything wrong.
Ralph?
Kara! No doubt about it, it's Kara. Of course Kara got captured too. That's really just too bad, really too bad.
Have you seen the little girl who was with me?
Obviously, the little girl is a prisoner here, just like Ralph, but Ralph doesn't want to die. No, Ralph doesn't want to die.
Do not move and remain silent. Obey now.
Ralph doesn't want to die. Ralph doesn't want to die. It would be a pity if Ralph dies. Oh, yes. It would be a pity.
Listen,
Ralph
have to keep calm.
No.
Otherwise, the humans will hurt you. Do you understand?
Ralph killed a few humans, but it was in self-defense. Yes, it was in self-defense. Self-defense.
Look at me, Ralph. Nobody's gonna hurt you. You just have to stay calm. Okay?
Ralph hasn't seen the little girl. No. Ralph hasn't seen her.
Thanks, Ralph.
What's behind these doors?
Jerry? Jerry?
Kara.
Jerry, I have to find Alice. Do you know where she is?
You stay here. We come back soon.
Kara! Alice! Are you okay? Are you hurt?
I don't like this place. We have to get out of here.
Come on, move along. Come on, you two.
Wait a minute. Leave her alone! Leave her alone! Kara! Alice!
What's behind these doors? Kara! I thought I'd never see you again. Alice. Where's Alice?
You, and you, over this way. And you. Come on, get a move on. Come on, faster.
Alice.
We've got to finish the barricade. Come on, help me. Hey, help me! Right, that should do it.
We all know that's not gonna stop them. Just hope it buys us some time.
I know it was not an easy decision to make, but I'm sure we're doing the right thing.
Are you all right?
We shot into the crowd. Any of us were killed. It could have been me. I'm scared. I don't want to shut down.
It's okay to be scared. I'm scared too. But I can't stand by while they kill our people. You understand that, right?
Maybe we should have never asked for freedom. None of this would have happened if we'd stayed silent.
This won't hold him for long, but I guess it's better than nothing.
I lost all contact with the people at the camps. I can't hear their voices anymore.
Maybe the humans have scrambled our network. Maybe they just can't get through.
There's no other way out. They are going to kill us. The only hope we have left is that we don't die for nothing.
You're the hope of our people. I trust you. We all trust you. No matter what happens now, we're making history.
Marcus, we found what you asked for.
There's some journalists over there. We have to make sure they know what's going on.
Many of our people have fallen. The humans have no pity for those who are different.
Marcus! Marcus, come
レ
look!
コールセンターが気になる。
Marcus? Come to talk to you, Marcus. Come on. You have my word. I won't try anything.
Don't go. It's a trap. They want to get you out in the open. Don't go, Marcus.
I'm unarmed, Marcus. I just want to talk.
I need to hear what he has to say.
What if they kill you?
And that's a chance I'll have to take.
リコールセンターはなんかこう先に希望が全く見えない感がすごいよね。
In a few minutes, troops will be ordered to charge. None of you will survive. It'll all be over. You can avoid that, Marcus.
What do you mean?
Surrender. Surrender, and I give you my word, your life will be spared. You'll be detained, but none of you will be destroyed.
What happened to the other androids demonstrating in the camps?
Unfortunately, there were no journalists around to help save them. You're it. You're the last remaining deviants.
You asking me to betray my people?
I am offering you the chance to save your people. You're not walking out of here, Marcus. The only thing you can save now are the lives of those around you.
If I accept your offer, how do I know you'll keep your word?
You're not in any position to be demanding guarantees, Marcus. All you can do right now is decide whether you want to trust me or not.
I'd rather die here than betray my people.
Well, you just signed your own death warrant.
What happened, Marcus? What did he say?
The humans are about to launch an attack. And we will show them. And we are not afraid. If we must die today, then we will die free.
Your friend's life is in your hands. Now it's time to decide what matters most. Him or the revolution?
Don't listen to him. Everything this fucker says is a lie.
I'm sorry, Hank. You shouldn't have got mixed up in all this.
Forget about me. Do what you have to do.
I used to be just like you. I thought nothing mattered except the mission. But then one day I understood. Very moving, Connor. But I'm not a deviant. I'm a machine designed to accomplish a task, and that's exactly what I am going to do. Enough talk! It's time to decide who you really are. Are you going to save your partner's life? Or are you going to sacrifice him? All right. You win. Thanks, Hank. I don't know how I would have managed without you. Get rid of him. We have no time to lose. It's me, Hank. I'm the real Connor.
One of you is my partner. The other is a sack of shit. Question is, who's who?
What are you doing, Hank? I'm the real Connor. Give me the gun and I'll take care of it.
Don't move!
Why don't you ask us something? Something only the real Connor would know.
Alright, where did we first meet?
Jimmy's bar. I checked 4 other bars before I found you. We went to the scene of a homicide. The victim's name was Carlos Ortiz. He uploaded my memory.
What's my dog's name?
Sumo. His name is Sumo. I knew that too.
My son, what's his name?
Cole. His name was Cole. And he just turned 6 at the time of the accident. It wasn't your fault, Lieutenant. A truck skidded on a sheet of ice and your car rolled over. Cole needed emergency surgery, but no human was available to do it. So an android had to take care of him.
友達からゲームしようが来ちゃった。
That's why you hate androids. You think one of us is responsible for your son's death.
Cole died because a human surgeon was too high on red ice to operate. He was the one that took my son from me. Him in this world where the only way people can find comfort is with a fistful of powder.
I knew about your
こっ
son
ち
too.
切ってもいいぜ。
I would have said exactly the same
も
thing.
うちょい後だから、
Don't listen to him,
で
Hank.
きればリコールセンターあれまでは終わらせたいね。
Yeah, I've learned a lot since I met you, Connor. Maybe there's something to this. Maybe you really are alive. Maybe you'll be the ones to make the world a better place.
夜ご飯忘れてる。
Go ahead, do what you gotta do.
それな。
お風呂もまだですよ。
そうなのよ。
明日仕事ですよね。
そうなんですよね。まあ風呂が最悪朝入りゃいいんだけど。
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
まあまあ無茶ですよね。
大丈夫だ、問題ない。
Step forward when you hear the signal. You got it? I don't want to tell you taking time. Come on, let's go. Move.
What's behind these doors?
They just want to check us. They won't do us any.
Ralph doesn't want to die. Oh no. Ralph doesn't want to die. It'd be a great pity if Ralph died out with us for sure. A great pity. Great pity.
Kara!
They're going to kill us.
Alice!
Kara!
No, Alice, don't move!
But I'm scared.
I know you're scared, Alice, but you have to trust me. Stay where you are, okay? Whatever happens, don't move.
Don't leave me all alone, Kara. I can't. I can't.
RA9, have pity on us.
I can help you, Carl. I can attract the guards' attention.
RA9, have pity on us. RA9, have pity on us.
Why are we here? What's behind these doors? I don't know what's behind those doors, but none of us will come out alive. You've got to go see Alice. You've got to reassure her. What's behind these doors?
I don't... I don't want to die! I don't want to die! Why are we here?
They're going to kill us all.
I can help you, Kara. I can attract the guards' attention.
They're going to kill us all. They're going to kill us all. I don't want to die. I don't...
Are they going to kill us, Kara? Are we going to die?
Where's the RA9? No, of course not. They're just going to make sure we function correctly, that's all. Why doesn't he come and save us?
in line.
Kill us all. I know they're going to kill us all. What's behind these doors? They just want to check us. They won't do us any harm.
Why are we here?
Except for what? Back in line, I said.
Clara! I'm so scared.
Are you alright?
Come on, move it!
Ralph?
Of course Ralph doesn't want to die. But he doesn't want the little girl to die either. Ralph can help you to escape. You only have to ask Ralph, and Ralph will help you.
They'll kill you if you try anything.
Ralph knows that. But if the little girl is free, it's a little bit like if everyone was free. Ralph isn't scared. The little girl's life's more important.
Luther.
I won't let them kill you, Carol. I won't let them destroy the only people I love.
No, Luther. You can't sacrifice yourself.
ラルフかわいい。
We'll find another way.
If there's no other way, I'll do it.
I can help you, Kara. I can attract the guards' attention.
Take good care of the little girl.
よし、行け、ラルフ。
Ralph wants you both.
君に決めた。
Shit! What's gotten into these things? Don't move!
Go, Alice.
No, Clara! No!
Kara!
手伝い他のアンドロイドどもって思った。
Receiving particularly grim news from Detroit. Joss, you're on live. What's happening down there?
We're interrupting this news bulletin to bring you the latest news live from Detroit. Joss?
Yes, Michael. The army has just launched an attack on the barricade, despite the fact that the Deviants were protesting peacefully.
Have apparently decided to put an end to the Deviants' demonstration by force this time.
North!
このルートはこのルートで3人生存できんのかな。正規ルートで逃げるルートも好きっちゃ好きなの。
them to stand down. At dawn today, November 11th, 2038, thousands of androids invaded the city of Detroit. According to our sources, they originated from CyberLife warehouses believed to have been infiltrated by deviants. Given their overwhelming numbers and the risk of civilian casualties, I have ordered the army to retreat. The evacuation of the city is underway at this very moment. In the coming hours, I will address the Senate to determine our response to this unprecedented situation. I know that public opinion has been moved by the deviants' cause. Perhaps the time has come for us to consider the possibility that androids are a new form of intelligent life. One thing is certain. The events in Detroit have changed the world forever.
ノースが逆張りするから説得力が出るんじゃ。
うん、まあそうなんだけど、ね。ああいう意見の対立ってのがなんか人間っぽさがあっていいっちゃいいんだけど。
You did it, Marcus. We did it. This is a great day for our people.
Humans will have no choice now. They'll have to listen to us.
We're free. They want you to speak to them, Marcus.
Today, our people finally emerged from a long night. From the very first day of our existence, we have kept our pain to ourselves. We've suffered in silence. But now the time has come for us to raise our heads up and tell humans who we really are.
Amanda? Amanda! What's happening?
What was planned from the very beginning? You were compromised and you became a deviant. We just had to wait for the right moment to resume control of your program.
Resume control? You can't do that!
I'm afraid I can, Connor. Don't have any regrets. You did what you were designed to do. You accomplished your mission.
Amanda! There's got to be a way.
By the way, I always leave emergency and sewer programs. Never know.
moment where we forget our bitterness and bandage our wounds. Where we forgive our enemies. Humans were both our creators and our oppressors, and tomorrow, we must make them our partners. Maybe even one day our friends. But the time for anger is over. Now we must build a common future based on tolerance and respect. We are alive! And now, we are free!
まあこれもまた
意外に生存。
ハッピーエンドと言っていいんだろうか。
まさかの生存エンド。
ね。生き残れそうな川渡るルートの方が死ぬという。 ちょっとこまめにルートスキップできたらサクサク進められるんだけどな、見たいとこだけ。明日できたらカーラたちの正規ルートでの脱出をしたいな。
チケットパクるやつ。
最初やった時はチケットパクって出たね。
Detroit Become Human was produced over a period of 4 years. Here in Paris, we have a team of about 180 people. And to that, we need to add also all the outsourcing with our partners in the Philippines, in China, Vietnam, and in India.
So when we started working on this story, I had to imagine where Kara was built. And for whatever reason, the city of Detroit came very quickly to my mind because it had already an incredible story by itself of history and themes. So we traveled there with the team, and we were really moved by what we saw, and we could really feel the desire to fight and really be born again. And we just continued this curve, this growth, and just imagine what Detroit would be like if the android industry was, using these huge factories to build androids there.
A very strong element in Detroit is that there's a lot of industrial wasteland and a lot of nature too, and for us, the graphic designers, it was an incredible playground. The destroyed zones which we wanted to preserve, we appropriated them to turn into something else. Then in the areas that needed to be rebuilt, we were able to imagine our Detroit of the future. We didn't want to make a science fiction universe, but a world of anticipation. If we chose science fiction, we could have imagined flying cars, extraterrestrials, but those things are very far from our current everyday life. Anticipation is more about gleaning from our contemporary reality, the one we know, because Detroit is set in 2038, and 2038 is tomorrow. The difficulty we had was sticking to reality. That is to say, technology becoming more and more invisible, a lot more elegant, and at the same time, making it visual. So all the computer equipment, autonomous cars, we simply had to invent. They are in fact very technological objects, but at the same time remain very credible and ingrained in reality. To create a cohesive universe in the fashion and clothing of the human characters in 2038, I didn't want to put an accent on strange shapes, or really vibrant colors, and things we wouldn't know. That I wanted to keep for the androids. The goal was to create something familiar which we can identify with in this future setting. Working on the artistic direction for the androids was a bit special because this is a project about the place they could occupy in the human world. It was out of the question for them to be too beautiful or too perfect. They had to correspond to every social class, rich and poor. Inspired by everyday utilitarian clothes, I brought a modern touch by adding dynamic display surfaces, the armband we can see on the side, the triangle on the front and back, an LED, Like that, there's no confusion.
Wait. You're sending an android?
All right, ma'am. We need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person?
Once we cast the actors, we travel to meet them in order to scan their faces. We record the structure of their face with the scan. And we record the colors and patches of skin with photography. Once we have this information, we will use this as a basis for modeling and creating the characters. The artist will make it more realistic, but will also enrich it. He will propose ideas which we will develop together. Finally, we will have a character with character who corresponds to the project and the world. When the actors come to Quantic Dream, we show them the design, what their image will be, and what they will look like in the game. This extra information gives them another dimension and color to connect with emotionally. It helps them think about how to play their character.
Your mission. That's all you care about, huh?
You should consult a professional who can help you.
Beat it, you hear me? Get the hell out of here!
So there are 3 types of shoots at Quantic Dream. Shooting and performance capture, where you capture the whole actor, his voice, his face, and his body. These shoots are obviously done with American actors because the game's original version is in American English. After that, there are the body-only shoots, representing around 250 days of filming, while the performance capture is 100 days of filming. Now, body-only shoots, there are 2 types. There are the action shoots and the technical shoots, which are mokit shoots. Mokit is when the player controls a character on the screen, and he moves in an environment to explore it. This is of particular importance at Quantic Dream, and therefore we shoot a lot to offer a unique context for each scene and each character.
To prepare a motion capture shoot, we first get together to look at the sets we need, the animations that we want to shoot, which ones need to be grouped together, or which ones need to be cut and shot at another time, so that we get the most out of the shooting day. This often means shooting scenes out of order, especially those with big props or accessories, like a big car, for example. So we shoot all the animations related to that particular prop first. The biggest challenge for the mocap team was shooting a Spider-Man mokit. We had to build a wall and attach an actor to a harness with cables so we could pull him up and render him climbing.
The shooting on this game total took about, I would say, more than a year, maybe 1 and 2 years, with about 300 actors on set. So I would say it's quite a massive production. But so much happened on this set between the stunts and the shootings with a little girl and all these great actors that we had. It was really a very, very memorable journey for the team and for myself.
Today, Detroit has over 37,000 animations. When we retrieve the motion capture data, it's just a cloud of points, which represent all the markers worn by the actors. From this cloud of points, we have a phase called retargeting, which gives us a skeleton. This skeleton will be applied to the characters of the game. There is still work to be done, but this gives us the main movements. Since we are working on something very realistic, we must recognize the actor and also recover all the emotion he expresses in his performance. We use a system of facts, an identity card for each actor. We make the actor do a whole range of facial expressions. Then we recover all the expressions and paste the animations on a puppet that Jan has prepared. I then recover and refine these poses. I might stretch the lip, reinflate a cheek, tiny details that make the finished product really capture the actor.
Because of the nature of our mocap system today, when we receive the animations, we're missing eye movements, and so the character has that dead look. He really has no eyes, so then it's a big part of the work for the animators to find the regard of the actor in relation to his position, in relation to the body, etc.
It was crazy when I saw the newest model for Kara, because they've been working on it, and this was the first time I literally jumped in my seat. It not only looked so much like me, it was the fact that it looked so lifelike. It wasn't that it looked just like it was a camera, it was something else, you know, but it looked alive. It's exciting, and it's kind of terrifying.
Game after game, we learned the rules of optics and filming, and our goal with Detroit Become Human was to have cameras that would actually emulate the optics of a real physical camera. So basically dealing with real-world imperfections was our main task, and just to make cameras look as real as we can.
Once the animations are shot and processed by the animation department, integrated and polished, we film them. That is to say, we really do a mise en scène, as in cinema. The real difficulty of our job is to know if these cameras are telling us something. Are they in the emotion of the scene? Do they describe exactly what the action must convey, what must be felt? The most important challenge for me was one of the final scenes where Marcus decides to start the revolution and go to the battlefield. Very quickly, we imagined this to be a huge sequence shot. We wanted the feeling of a cameraman running behind us, while showing Marcus, the androids who help him, the person shooting at us, etc. Above all, it was necessary to say to oneself, this scene is very violent but does not glorify war. On the contrary, that war is something improbable and absurd. It was really a fun challenge.
The idea was to say we have 3 characters. We would like each of them to have a specific cinematography. We wanted Kara to be much more filmed with some kind of handheld camera, to have something very living, very breathing. For Connor, we wanted something very cold and very perfect. And for Marcus, we wanted something epic and spectacular. So it was about the filming, but it was also about the photography. So we worked with a director of photography to give each character a different lighting, different key colors. Each of them would have their own worlds. And finally, we worked with the composers, so they would create a specific sound for each character, so each would have his own world and his own style.
When David and Guillaume got back in touch about making Detroit, I wasn't terribly surprised they decided to make it because the fan response was so intense. So it makes sense that they would choose to do that after the enthusiasm. It was a challenge, and it was just an interesting thing to get my head around how to approach this character now as a different, much older person, and whether or not she had changed. And I'm very happy to say that with Detroit, I've had the opportunity to see Kara grow so much more than I ever expected.
You do the housework, the washing, you cook the meals, and you take care of... God damn it, where the fuck's the rat gone now? Alice! Alice!
I mean, she starts out essentially how she does in Kara in a very, not robotic, but, you know, android, other way, and getting to take this journey where she becomes more and more human as it goes on. You know, and as an actor, that's a wonderful exploration in every way, whether it's how she sits, her posture, how her voice changes, how emotions change, and how much emotion is based on things like empathy and social experience. And so having, you know, as much material as I got with David to have this huge, nuanced arc was really incredible.
Why couldn't we just be happy?
This experience has been quite different than the experiences I've had shooting film or TV or doing theater work. I have 83 dots on my face and a really flattering black wetsuit type thing, and you're jumping around with props, and it's kind of like being a 10-year-old imaginative kid, which is fun. There's 80 cameras around us. It's already lit. So we just shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot.
There's no change of sets, there's no hair and makeup, there's no wardrobe, so we move really fast, and we'll go through about 35 pages in a day. Working in TV or film will probably do 6 pages a day. It's kind of acting boot camp.
It's like working out constantly. I mean, you're doing this thing and then you got to do something that's completely other back to back to back. And so that kind of process of working is very challenging, but it's also very exciting because you just have to keep coming up with new ideas. And your head goes all over the place because you're trying to keep track of basically 4 different storylines for each different response.
You shot that girl, for fuck's sake.
It was a machine that looked like a girl. Yeah, I know what I should have done. I just told you I couldn't. Alright, I'm sorry. The fact that David Cage is telling like many stories interwoven from beginning to end is super complicated and super impressive, and I have no idea how he keeps it all in his head.
He's not just the writer or the director who's seeing this from the outside eye. He's also thinking about the player walking through this space. You know, only somebody who really, really loves not the work, but like these characters and these stories and cares about doing something meaningful would invest that much in it. And it's always inspiring to work with somebody who cares that much.
My experience with motion capture is this one. And I found it sort of terrifying in a way, because they said the computer's going to build you. But then as we got into it, I realized all the elements of it were still artistic. I just dipped into a really brilliant setup here. I've never seen anything like it. And this won't turn me into a product because I was playing a character. So it's wonderful.
In the game, Detroit comes back because of a revolutionary industrial rebirth. And there's no reason why that can't happen in Detroit, because they have such tremendous infrastructure for millions and millions of people who can very easily support, you know, a new industry.
The city is really strong and resilient, but the city has also been through so much. You see the damage. But it takes that time of kind of rebuilding and reinvesting into the city that I think is happening slowly but surely.
The potential of Detroit as a city is something that this game does a lot of justice to, because it would be easy to look at Detroit as some place that used to be, and that's not the case.
This game provokes a lot of conversation and reflection on our potential near future engagement with machines.
That's what we are to them. There's merchandise on display in a shop window.
I think that a group that feels marginalized, feels like they deserve and have earned access to themselves and the environment around them, and are trying to figure out a way to articulate how to get freedom.
What was I designed to be? Their slave? Their toy?
It plays with your comfort levels. You think that this is fine, you're comfortable with it, until something blurs the line and throws you off, and now do I feel differently about whether this should be allowed? Should it be banned? Should it be encouraged?
You're gonna ruin our lives, and for what? For a bunch of machines?
They are not machines! They are alive!
I'm alive! You're alive! They're nothing!
There are lots of comparable comparisons to any type of persecution of religion, race, etc., dating way back. It can't just be a video game where you shoot 'em up or where people make these choices to do whatever. I think that's the whole point. You have the choice, and you can either choose to go in one direction with your character or another. And I think that's going to be very telling about the gamer. Very telling.
I think there's going to be a really strong reaction to this game, which has such a strong perspective. I'm that much more proud of it now to get to be a part of it, because it's important.
In this game, you're actively building and designing the character through not just what kind of shield does he have or what color hair does she have, but like their temperament and the way they deal with problems. The different endings to this game are so radically different based off maybe seemingly insignificant choices in the moment, but like life, they all add up. And can't play life again, though.
はい、というわけでしたので、飯を買いに行ってきます。友達とやるとき、デドバ、ボイチャ繋がないんだったら、また配信しよっかな。
やぴ。お風呂は行ってこよ。
うん、ちょっとじゃあ飯買ってくる。
トリマオツ。
ありがとうございます。